What up, Knockout fans? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of your Knockout of the Week, hosted by yours truly, Mike Orr, and the man Cedric Benn in the den. What's going on?
Chilling, man, chilling. It was a slow weekend, but a few good fights and just
Definitely.
slim pickings for knockouts, but we still had
Slim pickings for knockouts, guys. Unfortunately, if you didn't have a way to stream it, you didn't see the undercard. This was on the non-televised portion. The knockout of the week is going to our man, LeShawn Rodriguez. LeShawn Rodriguez didn't even need 2 minutes to get rid of Sixto Suazo on Saturday night. The undefeated junior middleweight blitzed him as soon as the fight started. Rodriguez didn't drop him, but he backed him into the ropes, unloaded an array of power punches, which left Suazo unable to continue in the non-televised fight of the Gary Russell and Mark Magsayo undercard. Referee stopped it at 136 into the first round of the scheduled six-rounder. Rodriguez, he's from Port Jefferson, New York. He improved to 13-0 last night with 10 KOs. This is a guy you need to start watching. He's one of these guys. He's on these undercards. He doesn't get a lot of recognition, but the kid is very talented fighter, man. I'll give you a bit of.
Watched a few of his highlights. Didn't get a chance to see the KO, but just from his highlights, you could tell that he takes his time. He doesn't try to rush. Did you say in that match he did like? Well, obviously he did because he finished him off.
Yeah. He came full tilt. He came full tilt right as soon as that bell went. He brought it to him, and he was relentless, man. Backed him right into the ropes and just finished him. Finished him to the point where the referee said, "You know what? This guy's not taking anymore, man." And that was it. It was done.
He's probably trying to really make a statement now and really try to really try to get his name out there. I'm just looking at his highlights from more. I'm watching this fight against Castano where he looks like he's kind of taking his time. He's clearly winning the fights, but he's kind of like taking his time and jabbing and boxing more. But the way that you're describing that he came out, he's really trying to get his name out there on the scene as someone to be feared.
Yes, right? Definitely. And you know what? If you guys don't know anything about him, if you haven't heard of him, I'll let you know his amateur career. LeShawn was a two-time USA Boxing National Champion in 2013 and 2014 of the men's elite division, which does not use headgear. He was the 2012 New York Golden Gloves Open Middleweight Champion and 2014 New York Golden Gloves Open Middleweight Champion. He was a 2012 National Golden Gloves finalist. In 2013, he took home the bronze medal at the ABO World American Continental Championships. He was also chosen as an alternate for the 2016 Olympic team. He's originally from Coram, New York, and now resides at Fort Jefferson Station, New York. And he's managed by Patrick Zagarano, and they got a co-main of like his promotional company is Zagarano Promotions, and they have like a co-promotional deal with Main Events. So that's probably why we haven't heard of him. The promotional companies, they're not too well known. They're small guys that are just coming up. And this is what I'm saying, guys. There's a lot of great talent out there, man, that I find that I'm bringing to you guys daily. I'm bringing you these guys. I find these little promotional companies. I find these great fighters, man. And you know what? They're starting to finally hit the big mainstream. And this is one of these guys I'm talking about, man. Be on the lookout for this kid. LeShawn Rodriguez.
Yeah. Definitely with these smaller promotions, the fighters on there, they might not get the most exposure. But again, another reason why to tune in every day at 4 with Mike Gore, because he's bringing you all these guys that you might not have ever heard of, and you can hear about them before they make it big time. So make sure you send any suggestions to email or just in the comment section or whatever way to contact us.
If there's fighters out there you want me to look at, man, just drop them my way. Let me research them, and I'll do my damnedest to put them out there, man, for sure. This guy, LeShawn, he's ranked 201 out of 1,765 in his weight class and 37th out of 290 in the United States. He's only 28 years old, and he's got a long career ahead of him, man. And, they call him Lightning for a reason. And last night, honestly, if you guys did catch it, he used that name properly, man. He was pure lightning. Be on the lookout for this guy. Also want to talk about the actual card last night. We had a title change hands.
Yes. In an upset with Gary Russell and Mr. Magsayo. it was a tight fight. Gary Russell, he clearly hurt his shoulder in the one of the early rounds. I believe it was the third or fourth or fifth round. You
Yes.
could see the shoulder was actually out of place. He still boxed well. The thing is, when you obviously there's different types of shoulder injuries and the level of the injury, but you've seen it before. What he was able to still do was at least lift it just to use his jab, not even a hard jab, but just to put it out there. But I still think he did a good job with the straight lefts that he threw. The difference was how you scored the early rounds, because I actually had Russell winning by 2 rounds, but it was only the difference in the first couple of rounds. That the later rounds I gave them to Mexayo, but the first couple of rounds that I thought were pretty close, and those closer rounds I did give to Russell.
They gave the first 3 rounds to Mexayo. Right, and and then they gave Russell the 4th, 5th, and Russell also had the 7th, 8th, and 9th. So they gave him they only gave him 5 rounds out of that fight.
5 out of the 12. So yeah, he was 2 rounds off from getting a draw, or 1 round off from getting a draw, right? No, or 2 now, right. 6-6. So yeah, interesting to see. I'm not sure if there's a rematch clause in there. I think it was close enough to merit a rematch, but
yeah, definitely. I believe so. Split decision. Nyambayar and Lucas last night was a great fight too.
Nyambayar and Lucas. Oh, I missed that one. I missed that one. How was that?
These guys went toe to toe, man. It was a slugfest. Both guys looked really beat up at the end of it, but great fight, man. If you guys haven't checked that out, go check out the highlights. It's a good one to watch. It went the distance, split decision, draw. That's the way it went. Tie. I'd like to see these guys get back in the ring and bang it out again, because they were definitely entertaining, man. Also, the co-main event, man. I was shouting him out last week, man.
Yeah.
Surreal Matthias.
Against
Anyan. Yo, man. I told you, man. Be on the lookout for this kid, man. Surreal Matthias. He's deadly. He's deadly, man.
And you also be on the lookout for the opponent who no one ever heard of before.
Right.
And definitely needs credit, because before these 2 fights, Matthias was 15-0 with or 16-0 with 16 knockouts.
16. 7. He was 17-1 actually last night.
17-1. Sorry, 17-1
with 17 knockouts, and now he's 8-1 with 18-1 with 18 KOs. Every single win this guy has finished. He has never been the distance. I even called you up last night to tell you this while we were watching it. Kid hasn't been the distance, man.
So his first loss was to the opponent that he fought last night, because this was the rematch, right?
Yes, this was the rematch.
That's what I was saying. So coming into the previous fight, he was 16-0 with all by knockout. So that's why you got to give credit to how do you pronounce his last name? The opponent,
Petros Anyan.
Pedro. So we'll call him Pedro. Pedro. He that takes a lot of mental strength. Even just think about in preparation and training camp, knowing that you're going to be getting in the ring with someone who's knocked out every single person that he stepped in the ring with. So that takes a lot of mental strength to make sure you still have confidence in your abilities to perform, in which he obviously did in their first match, pulled out the victory. And in this match too was tough too. It did end with Matthias stopping Pedro, but Pedro was putting it on Matthias for a while. He was bringing it to him. There was a lot of close rounds. I'm mad at myself for not scoring it, but that there was a lot of close rounds. So I'm curious to know, do you have the scorecards on that one when the fight got stopped? Because that fight was good and close.
So the scorecard for that one, before it got stopped, it was 89-81, 89-81, 88-82 for Matthias.
For Matthias, really?
Yeah, they had him ahead on the scorecards.
Interesting, because I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and score it myself again.
Yeah, you know what? It was a close one. I know Anyan did bring it a couple of rounds. I didn't score it either. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go back and watch that because I know Anyan definitely he did bring it to him and he
Mm.
did win a couple of those rounds. But I did tell you that he was going to come out late. He was going to stop that before the ninth. It wasn't going past the ninth, and unfortunately, the doctor wouldn't let him come back out. Man, he just couldn't do it. He couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he was. You could tell like, he lasted the round. He was able to get out the round,
Yes.
but yeah, he it wasn't too bad.
So, guys, if you haven't seen it, man, go check out these fights. Go watch it. It was a great weekend, even though it was slow. We only had the one card going on, but you know what? If you guys can find it, man, please drop that video of LeShawn Rodriguez and his victory last night. If you can find it, I've been searching for it all day. It was up. It's been taken down. It's unfortunate, but yes, be on the lookout for this kid, man. LeShawn Rodriguez. He's going to be doing some big things, man. And he showed us last night that he's here. He's here to make statements. So he's our
Yeah.
winner of our knockout of the week, man. So yeah, what do you have
That's
to say
it,
about
man.
that?
Keep just to keep an eye out for him, LeShawn Rodriguez. Keep an eye out for that name, and just in general, keep an eye out for these lower level promotions because they do have some, as they say, what's that word, diamonds in the rough or whatever.
Yes, yes.
Some
Needles in the
some hidden
haystack,
gems,
diamonds
you
in the
can say,
rough.
some hidden gems that you might not get the mainstream recognition, but would still get still crowd pleasing fighters.
Yes,
So
definitely. And that's
yeah.
what we're here to bring you, man. That's it. So another wonderful episode, man. To all the fans out there, thanks for tuning in to this week's knockout of the week. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel, new knockout, new winner. We'll see you then, man.
Peace, peace, peace. Oh, I'm always off. I lost it.